Spiritual powerful being, welcome to the power of Ray and thank you for watching. Please share the video, like it, and subscribe to my channel. Today I would like to answer a question that was asked by one of my sister under the video I made 2 days ago. Her question was, why Tabnud, Assa, and Nut are under Ray when they are the great mothers? Yep, so that was her question. And she's right. I used to ask that question before. I had a lot of questions about Neterian religion, God and goddesses of creation, because it looked confusing. There are a lot of God and goddesses in Neterian religion that when you didn't study them carefully, you will look at them like they are separate from one another. Okay, so yes, she was right. And based on Neterian religion, we know that Ray is the head of all those goddesses, and Ray is the creator of the universe. So he created everything. So he's a king of over everything. Okay, but then in the same religion, we learn that there is another god called Neter, who is the creator of everything. In the same religion, we have Hamun, Amun Ray, the creator also. So we are confused. Who is who and who is who? Okay? So to understand these God and goddesses of creation, we don't want to look at them as they are different from each other, because they are not. They are not different from each other, and they are not separate deities. They are one deity. They are one. They can be worshipped in one body, because that's what they are. Okay, so all the god and goddesses of Neterian religion, principle of creation, are the body of the soul, which is Assa. Because Assa is the one that have all those names. All those names are the name of Assa. If you are somebody who study the Bible, you learn from the Genesis or from any other book in the Bible that say that God said, I have many names. Okay, God have many names, and he is who he is. Okay, so all these principles are part of the soul behind the creation, and that soul is Assa, the only Assa we know, and Assa is the soul. Okay, Assa is the soul. He is a God that created the universe and created us. Okay, but before I explore in the creation of Assa, I would like to read the statement that Assa himself wrote in the book of the tree of life, the Kemetic tree of life. There is a book called Kemetic tree of life. You can order that book from Amazon and you can read it. This statement is in the Kemetic book, chapter page 259. Okay, and we are going to have the picture here, the picture of a god named Nebijah. Nebijah has so many parts within him. Okay, and that Nebijah is Assa. So I'm going to read what he wrote in this book. So Nebijah said, I am the creator of what have come into being, and I myself came into being under the form of God Kabara. Okay? And I come into being in primeval time. Okay? So in the beginning, Assa was Nebijah, and Nebijah is that God with all the part, with everything within him. Okay? So let me finish reading what he wrote. I had union with my hand, and I embraced my shadow in a love embrace. I poured seed into my own mouth, and I sent forth from myself issue in the form of the god Chu and Tebnut. I came into being in the form of Kabara. I was the creator of what came into being. I formed myself out of primeval matter, and I formed myself in the primeval matter. My name is Assa. Did you see that? So what is happening here? This is Assa that is talking. Assa, the soul. Okay? He said that he formed himself under God Kabara. God Kabara, let's see, we have another picture here where the lady is pushing the boat out from the ocean. That lady is just the space that we can't catch, but we know there is a space. And that lady is called Nu. Okay, in Comedic religion, Assa is called a son of Nu. Okay, Nu is the mother of Assa, and that way Assa created himself out from. So the soul formed himself out of nothingness, and that nothingness is what is the space. And from that time where there is nothing, only Assa have to form himself out of that nothingness. There was only a darkness, just like the Bible say. Okay, Bible have just copied the story from the Kemetic religion. That way Bible copied the story from, because the story from the Bible is similar from here. So whatever Bible is missing from the Bible is the name of Assa only. It's missing from there. And the name of all the God and goddesses of creation, they are missing from there. But the story of creation was copied from this book. Okay? So Kabara is to form, to create, to make. Okay? And In that nothingness, it was the darkness, the dark matter. And that dark matter, there was a conscious. And that conscious is Assa, the navigator. The navigator in all those parts. All those parts you see in his back, he's even carries some of the scepter and so many things in his hand, in his bag, in everywhere. Those are those principles that manifest into those other 10 principles. So I will come to it. Okay? So in that dark matter, very dark matter, is where Assa was created. That way he formed himself. He wasn't created, he formed himself. Because that's what he said here. He formed himself out of the dark matter under the form of Kabra. Okay? Under the form of Kabra. And when he formed himself out of Kabra, he invoked the word of power. Okay? He invoked the word of power and he created Shu. He created the air. So the first thing that Assa created through Ray. Okay? Ray is not mentioned here, but in the creation of 10 principles, it said that Ray was the creator of all those things. So after he created himself out of the dark matter, okay, he was able to create the air. He was able to create the principle of the air, because there have to be a principle that control the air. Everything in this universe have a principle to control it. Otherwise, it would be like when you have cow in the bush and no one is looking after them. They will get lost. They will not come home. Okay? So, after he formed himself from the dark matter, okay, under the form of Kabara, he invoked the word of power, because that's what he said here. I pour the seed into my mouth and I send forth myself, issue in the form of God, Shu, and Tabnut. So he creates Tabnut, Shu, and Tabnut. So the first thing was the Shu, which is the principle of the air and the wind and the breath. And then he creates Tabnut. Okay? Now, the creation of Shu and Tabnut give up an idea that the soul himself is not a man or a woman. He is both. Okay? He is both. We learn from the male Shu and the female Tabnut. Those qualities were within the soul. The soul have all those qualities, and that is why sometimes a human being is born with two sexes, okay, both male and female. That God is communicating to people, to the universe, that this is who I am. Okay, so a person that is born with two sexes is just normal. Is the creation of the creator. Okay, so he creates Tabnut and Shu. Okay, I came into being in the form of Kabara, and I was the creator of what came into being. So, like the Bible say, that the universe was created for the sun. The universe was not created for the sun. The sun creates the universe. the son of Nu, which is Assa. It is the soul that creates the universe. The universe was not created for the soul. It is the soul that creates the universe. Because that's what Assa said here. Okay? I form myself out of primeval matter, and I form myself in the primeval matter. My name is Assa. So he formed himself out of the darkness. Primeval matter is darkness, nothingness. So he formed himself out of primeval matter, and he formed himself in primeval matter. His name is Assa. Now you understand, okay? He said, I was alone. I was alone, for the god and goddesses were not yet born. So he was alone, for god and goddesses were not born. He was the only thing that was there, the soul, Assa. And I had emitted from myself no Shu, no Tabnut. Okay, I didn't even create Shu and Tabnut. I was alone. That it was me, only me. Okay? I brought into my own mouth Heka, and I forthwith come into being under the form of things which were created under the form of Kabbalah. Okay? But then after he formed himself out of nothingness, he invoked the word of power. The word of Heka that is mentioned is the word of power. It's just like the Bible say, God said, let be that, and then let be light, and then come the light. He said, let be grass, and then come the grass. Okay? So it's just the creation of Assa that was twisted in the Bible. Okay? So after he formed himself out of the dark matter, he invoked the word of Heka, and then came forth the Shu, and then Tabnut. And Tabnut is water. She controls water and life. And and then come the others principle. Okay, and this principle emanate from the soul, from Assa. All those principles to the bottom of Heru, they emanate from him, from the soul of creation. Okay, so the reason these principles have to be created first, okay, these principles were created in order to form a human being, to form us, and that's what makes us God. Because we are not other than God. I always say this, we are not other than God. Because our soul is a manifestation of a God. A God manifests to many souls that are in the body. A God manifests to many souls that are in the animals. Every life, it all a manifestation of the soul Assa. Alright, you get it? So, all those female, the goddesses female and goddesses male, they all emanation from the soul. Okay, they all come from soul. There was nothing was created outside of the soul. Everything is with the self that we want to reach through the meditation. When we meditate, okay, is that self that we want to reach, that blackness, the stillness, the calm. The soul is calm, the soul is the stillness, that's what it is. I call it because he's not here, he's not he. He is both. Okay? So these 10 principles, or all the other principles of Neterian religion, are about our psychic. They are about the intelligence of the soul, the intelligence of the spirit. And they need to be activated through chakras purification, through the energy purification. Because these principles are negative and positive. Okay? We learned that from Gap, Set, and Nepsi. All those part of principle are negative. They are the worldly way of life. So we need to purify that side of the energy. Okay? The negative and positive are all part of the same soul. They all come from the spirit, from the true spirit. Okay? For the mind exercise, the human mind exercise. Imagine that we are in the world where there is no trouble, no sorrow. Okay, what will happen? Will we think critically? No. Because everything will be fine. No one is dying. And life will be boring too. If no one dies, life will be boring. Because the same people will live for long and long and long, and life is good. You know, they will not think about creating things. They will not think about being creative. There will be no creativity. So we have to die. We have to struggle to think critically, to think about remembering the self, remembering the true soul, the true us. Okay? So Set has to be there. Set, the god of darkness, he has to be there to put us to test. Nepsi has to be there to kill us, to die, so that we can come back in another life, okay, and think critically to find the true self. Or if we are not, we die and then come back again and struggle until we find the true self. For there are not many of us that find the true self. Majority are lost. They have to be recycled and come back. Few of us make it out, make the way out. Okay? After many lifetimes, we struggle, die, reincarnate, you know. Yeah. So it's all about death. There is nothing bad about death. Okay? We come and die, we come back and die, we come back and die. Okay? It's like going to school, start kindergarten, go to high school, go to university, finish the degree, master. Okay? So, yeah. So that's what it is. All these principles of creation are manifestation of the self, the Nabija. So Nabija is a soul with all the part, with everything within him. Okay? Nu is the space, the matter, the nothingness. It's just a stillness, dark. And that's what the soul is. The soul is dark. Okay? Ray, the energy of creation. Ray represents power, the power to create, the power to speak, the mouth, the power to vibrate. Okay? Vibrate, vibrate, vibrate to bring about creation. Ray is light. And that the light the Bible talk about. When the Bible say, God said, let be light, and there was light. Okay? Light is that is Ray. Ray is the Holy Spirit. Okay? That's what Ray is. Ray is the light of creation. He is the life. He is the magic. He is the power of the mind. He is the power of the mind. And that the power Neterian create the universe, and that the power we create with our own mind when we purify our soul and we manifest great thing in our life. That is Ray, and that the energy we purify within us. Okay, so all these principles we see here are the part of the spirit, are the part of the soul, and those are the principles that make us God. They are about our subconsciousness. They are our way of the godly intelligence, the soul intelligence, and they must be awakened through chakras purification. Okay, we purify our 7 chakras and we bring it to the crown, to the crown chakra, which is a complete purification, a complete purified divine, the Ray. Okay, so I hope I understand that question. That's how we should understand them. The great mother is Nu, where Assa was created from. Okay, that is why the principle were created in 2 creation, male and female, is to show that God himself had the quality of male and female within. It all come from him. He had everything. He is the male, he is the female. Okay, and the creation has to be in balance, where the men have their work to do in creation and the women have their work to do in creation. Another thing that I have realized about the Kemetic creation is that the God male side talk more and think more, and the female male side does work more, work in nurturing the life, okay, nurturing the creation. So there was a balance in creation. Okay, a balance. We all have something to contribute. We all have work to do. Okay, and we all have the power. We are all God and goddesses to take care of your body, take care of the temple of God, purify your energy, eat well, exercise well, meditate, 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 ground yourself discipline yourself, and you will make it there. You will make it. You will just make it based on your understanding, based on what you can take, your mind can take, based on what your mind can't take. Okay? Take care, have peace, and be well.